Remember, The Journey to School Integration by Toni Morrison. Years ago, children of different races could not go to school together in many places in the United States. School districts could legally segregate students into different schools according to the color of their skin. The law said these separate schools had to be equal. However, many schools for children of color were inferior to schools for white students. The law says I can't go to school with white children. Are they afraid of my socks? My braids? I am 7 years old. Why are they afraid of me? Her name was Betty when she belonged to my cousin. Then her name was Alice when my sister got her. Now she's mine and I call her Jasmine. I think her dress was red with white dots, and I remember she had a white underslip with lace and panties too. They got torn and thrown away. She can't cry, Mama, anymore. All she has now is yellow hair and green eyes. I like playing with her. She doesn't stick her tongue out or call me names. And she doesn't hide behind her mother's dress pointing at me when I go into town. She's a good friend, my Jasmine. Outside the grass is tall and full of bees and butterflies. The peaches that fall off the trees split sometimes, and the juice is sweeter than cake. In here I am supposed to learn important things. I bet I could be good at learning them if I had a real desk and lots of books and things. I want to, but it's dark in here. Outside the sky is blue, the peaches are sweeter than cake. Our parents sued the Board of Education, not because they hate them, but because they love us. They are full of hope, but they are determined too. No matter how narrow the path or how long the journey, all of us are on it together. On May 17, 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court announced a decision that changed the way students went to school. At the end of the Brown v. Board of Education case, the Supreme Court declared that separate educational facilities are inherently unequal. The case changed the law so that schools could no longer be segregated. Supreme Court Justice Frankfurter wrote that it was a day that will live in glory. For many people, the decision did make May 17, 1954, a glorious day, but not for everyone. When the new school year began in the autumn of 1954, some students went to school together who never had before. But in some places, people resisted the Supreme Court ruling. I think she likes me, but how can I tell? What will I do if she hates me? Great, now we can have some fun. I don't know. My buddies talked to me into this. They said it would be fun. It's not. But these guys are my friends, and friends are more important than strangers, even if they're wrong, aren't they? When they let us in the school, none of the white students came. Their parents made them stay home. Walking through a crowd of people who hate what we are, not what we do, can make us hate them back for what they are and what they do. A lot of courage and determination are needed not to. We try. But sometimes I eat alone. No one looks at me. I won't look at them. They told me and my sister to get off the sidewalk. I made them do it instead. I see in her face just a girl. She sees in my face another girl. Maybe not friends, but simply girls together. They're trying to scare me. I guess they don't have any children of their own. But didn't grown-ups used to be little kids who knew how it felt to be scared? Can't see anything but the dark inside my door. My father is strong and smart. He holds my hand in his big fist. When he leaves me here, I'll have to be strong too. I can do it. I know I can, even though all I can see in front of me now is the dark. In communities all over the United States, the idea of separate but equal applied to much more than schools. There were segregated restaurants and water fountains. There were separated sections in movie theaters and on buses and trains for people of different races. African American people had difficulty voting, buying homes, and getting good jobs. Many black citizens with white supporters became part of a movement to demand equality and civil rights. I know the water I am drinking at this fountain is the same as the water over there. The whites know it too. Seems foolish, but it's not. It's important if you want to make a grown man feel small. It's extra work and costs more money to have two fountains when one will do, and to pretend water cares who's drinking it. But I guess some folks will do anything to make themselves feel big. This isn't easy, sitting here so everybody can see you and know right away which side you're on. It's such a simple thing. Go into a public place, sit down, and try to order a cup of coffee or a soda pop. Nothing more normal, except when there are laws and people who don't want you to. I'm sure they won't win in the long run, not in plain people like us are willing to object. Still, it's not all that easy. You can feel the eyes, the silence, the hate. What makes it worth it is we are going to change things. What helps is doing it with a friend. Some people marched and fought and worked hard to end segregation. I'm not confused. I don't want to be treated as though I am equal, but because I am. I've never been arrested or jailed before. I'm scared, but I'm not afraid. Because if I ever feel helplessness or lonely, I just have to remember that sometimes all it takes is just one person. And then loneliness melts away. I am drawing a magic man. He can make anything happen. Anything at all. Just wait and see. Anything can happen. Anything at all. See? This book is dedicated to Denise McNair, Carol Robertson, Addie Mae Collins, and Cynthia Wesley, who died in the racist bombing of their Birmingham church on September 15, 1963. Things are better now. Much, much better. But remember why, and please remember us. Their lives short, their deaths quick. Neither were in vain.